4 years ago, across the country, protests erupted after millions watched video showing the murder of George Floyd. In the aftermath, widespread calls for a national reckoning on racism and police violence. For Floyd's brother, Philonise, the outcry for justice was touching.
The fact that he was stolen from us, we still can't get over that, and so many people, they felt the same pain all across the world.
Since then, some of those efforts for change, including the federal George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, have stalled or been reversed.
What is making you emotional as you think of this?
It's different. It's really like you don't have the understanding of how you can sit there and witness that somebody murdered your brother, and 4 years later, it still hasn't been any change. You still trying to pass the same law from your brother in the city, and the world stood with you. Like, what is it going to take?
In recent years, many red states and some blue states and D.C. passed tough on crime policies. When it comes to the new measures, critics say Florida is ground zero.
We want to have Florida be a law and order state. We don't want abusive law and order, but we want more law and order.
Since his election in 2020, Republican State Representative Tom Fabricio has supported and voted for 3 measures, championed and signed by Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. Laws that may curtail protests and laws that limit the power of police civilian review boards and mandate that anyone filming first responders stay 25 feet away when asked.
All about safety.
Republican State Representative Alex Rizzo sponsored the so-called HALO bill.
Some critics of the bill that you've sponsored, the HALO bill, say that it's an unfair backlash to the filming of the death of George Floyd, and that if that bill were in Minnesota, we might not have seen the murder of George Floyd on film. What do you make of that?
I don't agree. I think that you could still film. That incident probably still would have been filmed. So what this does is allow for a safe space for the first responder to go ahead and perform their duty.
The debate flared up in March when Miami police shot Donald Armstrong after his mother called to get him help during a mental health crisis. Police say Armstrong was waving a sharp object. His lawyer says he was holding a small conductor baton. Armstrong is now paralyzed and in jail. Armstrong's attorney plans to file a civil suit against the city, but says he wants to resolve the misdemeanor probation violation charge quickly so Armstrong can get help.
Do you believe your video helped really tell the story of what happened in the shooting?
Yes.
Preston Baldwin, who lived a block away from Armstrong, filmed the shooting on his cell phone from roughly 100 feet away.
I felt like if something was to happen, we would need like some unbiased eye. But it's heavy because it's like, dude, that really could be me. Like, I could be this guy. It could be you. It could be your friend, your cousin.
Meanwhile, for Philonise Floyd and his wife, Keita, it was their family. And they say they are determined to keep fighting in George's name.
It seems like now everybody's just trying to sweep it under the rug. Oh, they're not as angry as they used to be, but we are. We lost George.
I'm going to continue to turn my pain into purpose, and this bill needs to be passed, because my brother's blood is all on this bill. At the end of the day, if you want to make change, show it to me.
Michelle Sender has made her way back to Washington. She's joining us now. Thank you for bringing us these stories. So talk to us about one of these measures that specifically that had come in place as part of police reform, civilian review boards. Florida is now cracking down on them more and more. Explain that.
That's right. So there's a measure that's set to go in effect later this summer that would curtail a lot of the powers of civilian review boards. Now, supporters of this say it really is something that is not needed, these civilian review boards, that in fact elected officials and mayors should be doing this work, and that this is really just another bureaucratic body that is not needed. Of course, I also talked to, though, Rodney Jacobs, who's the head of Miami's civilian investigative panel. He says they see about 300 complaints a year, and they're looking at things like excessive force and people really, he says, dealing with police brutality. And he says what's at stake really is the protection of the community, but also the relationship between police and the community, because he says a lot of times the people that are doing this work, they're former law enforcement. They're really trying to hold police accountable in a way that will be fair. So it's really interesting interesting to see whether or not that law is going to impact the work that they do. He said that he doesn't think that their work is going to be eradicated, but he is worried that it's going to be limited. I also just have to say that I talked to organizers on the ground in Miami, a woman named Rachel Gilmer, who's part of the Dream Defenders, which is just social justice group who's pushing against police violence. She told me, despite all the backlash that we've seen in the last 4 years, the book bannings, the police reforms being reversed, all the different sort of cultural war things that we cover every day, she said she thinks that this backlash is really a testament to the power of the vision, and that their side needs to really just get more organized as they see laws in red and blue states be passed that are tough on crime.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.